Accrington, a town in East Lancashire, a community which began life as a large industrial site, but as the textile industry declined, the face of Accrington changed. Mills were knocked down and shopping centres were erected. But what did these new developments offer the youth community? If their opinions were anything to go by, not a lot. We're going to investigate why. Our first stop was the local council representative for leisure services, Ian Omerod. Did he think there was enough for young people to do?
The obvious answer to that is no. There can never be enough facilities. Each generation that comes along feels that they're being hard done by. I remember when I was 18, 19-year-old and didn't feel there was enough facilities then. So I assume that the generation of that age today feels the same. What the council provides: parks, sports fields, playing fields. There's Wilson's playing fields with a running track. There's a sports centre. But a council nowadays is more as an enabler rather than actually a provider. It was a tragedy when the private sector pulled out of providing the cinema in Broadway.
Tourist officials at the local information centre declined to comment on camera, but we found a tourist official who would talk. Other local residents had differing views on the situation.
What would you like to see?
More sports activities, youth clubs for younger ones, more nightlife, bowling alley, anything.
Some people mentioned to us that there was a sports centre in the area, so we went along to find out more about it.
We have a wide range of facilities on offer. The facilities which you would expect to find in a sports centre of this size: swimming, badminton, squash, to the more diverse range of sports, things like the conditioning room, the sauna suite, offering sunbeds and toning tables, and then the various club activities: volleyball, basketball, outdoor football, and that type of activity. All the different activities that I've outlined are available to young people. There isn't any restriction on age for most of the activities. Swimming, for instance, people can swim from very young to very old. Things like badminton, squash, all the activity sessions, the conditioning room which we're in at the moment, are particularly appealing to young people, and it's just here for them to come along and make use of it. I think there are things to do in Accrington for teenagers. I think the teenagers who say there is nothing to do don't particularly go out and look for anything to do. It's probably fair to say that there could be more on offer, but then again you could say that about most places. But the teenagers who hang around and do nothing, I think don't particularly want to do anything. If they really want to do something and they're interested in doing something, then there is plenty there for them to do. They only need to go out and find it.
An information shop for young people has opened, offering information on facilities to the community. We went along and asked the representative what other facilities were available.
Entertainment-wise, they're adequate. Pubs, there's lots of pubs, a few nightclubs. As for things like 10-pin bowling and cinemas and theatres, that's what we're lacking really in Accrington, because they're all in Blackburn and Burnley, the larger towns and cities. Yeah. It was set up in order to give young people a chance in life. Instead of just giving them information like some of the services do around here. We give them contact numbers and get them to help themselves to get the information.
One thing the youth community can do is go to New Era, a youth centre which caters for all ages we are interested in.
I just see the place absolutely packed out every night, but I think, you know, we get a reasonable response, yeah. Young people have a specific interest, say that, I don't know, they're interested in drama, or they're interested in music, or they're interested in football, or they want to be involved in majorettes. Those people will always find the thing that they want to do, because the thing exists. Where there probably is a lack of facilities for young people is for young people who don't want to do anything in particular, but want to be occupied. Yeah? So I would say that there aren't facilities that jump out at those people, if you understand what I'm saying. So I think things which just generally attract young people that might then interest them in some other specific thing or some other educational thing probably is lacking, yeah.
Some people have found their own entertainment, be it at nightclubs or causing trouble for the local shopkeepers.
If they're in groups, then you've got to watch them because they can be a nuisance, because, you know, they get a bit rowdy, as Steve said. They mess about, they lark about, you know, they'll start pouncing balls and throwing stuff around, and we can get some really bad ones who just do them and ignore you, don't they? Yeah, they really do disrupt the shop. You know, they'll go into the middle and start we've actually had lads taking trikes out and riding around the shop on them, things like that. But you know, they really are out on those.
Do you get a lot of people between the ages of like late school to early 20s coming into the shopping centre and just hanging around?
Majority on Saturdays we get. Normally in the mornings on a Saturday you'll get your shoppers come out until sort of 11, 12 o'clock. Come that time, that's when the kids take over, and you get all ages then hanging around, groups of people sitting there and what have you. During the week not so many, but you get the odd regular group of 5 or 6 that will come in, sit around the clock, just hanging around.
Do you ever have any trouble with these people?
Almost always, yeah. Shoplifters on a regular basis. About 90% of our shoplifters are under the age of 18, right down to the age of 5, 6. Drugs, main problem. Smoking dope and whatever else around them out. Alcoholics again, drinking, and the miles and what have you, just generally causing trouble. Just get used to moving them along rather than being too aggressive with them. Just keep them moving and it makes the place look tidier for us.
And the townsfolk of Accrington. So, what was the consensus of the local people? Does Accrington have enough facilities for the young?
They're adequate.
The obvious answer to that is no.
Could be more choice for kids.
It's probably fair to say that there could be more on offer.
Overall, there seems to be a distinct lack of facilities in Accrington. But, as you can see, people are trying to provide more for the young people in the town, and let's hope they do.